I am here with the queen of Women's Wrestling Army, Queen Aminata, and it's about to be a match of king versus queen as you face KiLynn King. How do you feel heading into this match?
Wow, how do I feel? I always feel great, unbothered, juicy, and very queeny. And KiLynn, welcome to Women Wrestling Army. But you know, this time it's not gonna be about the king of the castle. It's going to be about the queen of the castle. That answers your question?
That'll do.
Okay.
Tonight, it's Queen versus King. Queen Aminata versus KiLynn King. And, you know, it kind of blows my mind because I've known Aminata for like 2-some years. Been on show after show after show with her. And we never got booked against each other. And then out of nowhere, we get booked back to back to back to back to back. And somebody begged the question earlier tonight. They said, you know, Aminata's beaten you before. She made you tap out. Are you worried it's gonna happen again? Do you have a different strategy going into this? And if there's anything you need to know about the Mother Effing King, I learned from my mistakes. When Aminata and I got in that ring together, we went toe to toe. We beat the hell out of each other. Strike for strike, kick for kick, submission for submission. And when she put the juicy lock on the Mother Effing King, I won't lie, I wasn't ready for it. I felt it in the moment. It was time to tap. It was time to call it quits. But I am not going to call it quits this time. Aminata, no juice. No juice.
This fairy tale sucks. Why didn't you give me trust? Trust. 7 sins. Which one will pull me in? Is there no way I can win? 7 sins.
Pink Rangers, let's go.
You guys are. I've been looking for you everywhere.
Hey, Gabby.
You're in a wind tunnel. I don't know what's going on.
It's the Windy City.
Okay, Alex, Gracia, Kayla Sparks. We gotta talk about Missa. She's been causing a lot of problems backstage. Do you think she's gonna bring these mean girl antics to this match that you have with her?
She better not be.
To be honest, yeah, I do think she's gonna bring it. And
Probably.
we are not gonna tolerate it anymore. That stuff's not allowed here. We don't need that in the locker room.
It's 2022, like, come on. No
Like, she thinks she can just keep getting away with it and getting away with it and getting away with it. But you know what? Kayla and I, we're gonna set it straight.
Yes. All right. Yes, we are, girl.
I think you guys should, and I agree with that.
Hello, one and all. Welcome back to Women's Wrestling Army. Tag team competition heading your way. Let's get it kicking.
This tag team, except for one fall, with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, competing out of Chicago, Illinois, Missa Kate.
You know, Sam, I know the back of her sweater says sweetheart, but even from the way she is treating fans here in attendance, such disrespect from Missa Kate, who's been an absolute nuisance here at Women's Wrestling Army.
Yes, it should say nuisance or menace on the back of that hoodie, not sweetheart, and very deceptive. I certainly feel deceived as a new member of the WWA team here.
Yeah, from even the broadcast team, the announce team, can't be spared from absolute, menacing behavior of Missa Kate.
Stuff in your bag?
Just been messing with people non-stop. I think she really gets a rise out of it.
Yeah, there's a point where you gotta put, your nose to the grindstone and not, rely on these antics to maybe get in the head of your opponent.
It's true, and especially because as a talented competitor, I don't really think Missa Kate even needs to stoop that low, but we're gonna see how she fares in a team with Sierra.
Her partner competing out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Sierra.
Sierra, who we saw in action at our Warrior Fan Fest, teaming with Tootie Lynn Ramsey. Absolutely ferocious competitor who definitely has a bit of a mean streak. I wonder if we're going to be seeing some cohesion between herself and Missa Kate. But standing in complete opposition, the Spice Ranger, Kayla Sparks.
Their opponents, first, the Spice Ranger, Kayla Sparks.
I don't think Kayla has a mean bone in her body.
I don't even think that's possible. And another fellow force of positivity, the Pink Dream, Alex Gracia.
Her partner, the Pink Dream, Alex Gracia.
Alex Gracia, who we saw in multi-person competition. We saw in a no DQ match with Jody Threat in our first taping months ago. Really curious to see how her and Kayla are going to fare as partners, but even more so, I'm really curious about this matchup. Just so much attitude between Sierra and Missa Kate.
We'll have to see. I can't confidently say that either team is a well-oiled tag team. These are first-time tag matchups, so anything can happen, and they'll have to rely on communicating effectively and trusting their partners, rather.
See, it's going to be Sierra and Kayla Sparks starting it out for their respective teams.
Sparks, a former CCW Network champion. We know that Vita is now the CCW champ. And Sierra mouthing off early on to Kayla Sparks, the Spice Ranger, who has such an incredible story in professional wrestling, Alyssa.
Yeah, someone who came back from a devastating injury, was out of the game for about 14 years and returned last year and has just been making such a wave. We've seen her face on multiple TV screens, major networks, and living her dream of being able to pursue pro wrestling once again, able to duck the blow from Sierra, getting some shots of her own in.
The itch never left Kayla Sparks' body, and over the last year, she has been proving why she deserves a seat at the table. Big Bulldog connects on Sierra.
Kayla Sparks now fired up. Oh, step up, blocks with the insecurity, and now the cover. Sierra able to escape, makes her way to Missa Kate, who kindly, I guess, is making sure that Sierra's out of harm's way.
Sorta.
Always brimming with confidence is Missa Kate, who says, I got this.
But, you know, maybe a little more moral support there for Sierra.
But again,
nice.
as you said, Sam, neither of these are established tag teams. The tag team division, whoa, spitting her gum at the Pink Dream really ruffled the feathers of Alex Gracia, giving Sierra an opportunity to wrench the hair of Kayla Sparks. Geez, maybe I spoke too soon. Missa Kate and Sierra seem to be more of a well-oiled team. Now, choking Kayla Sparks out over that top rope is Missa Kate.
Yeah, and we've yet to see Sparks tag in Alex Gracia, who is very much so becoming the wild card in this match.
Very true. Now, whip reversed. Missa Kate taken down to the mat by Kayla Sparks. Another arm drag for good measure from the Spice Ranger, who's such a force of positivity. Plants Missa Kate.
Oh, backing up from Gracia. Smart idea. A little bit of ring awareness there on the part of Missa Kate, but now Sparks getting Missa Kate.
Tag made.
Yep. You read my mind, Alyssa. Thank you.
Now Sparks and Gracia working together as a team. Back elbow.
Our first glimpse of tag team synergy here on their part. Love to see it. And you know what? I think earlier Missa Kate underestimated the Pink Dream, who is a very formidable competitor, having competed in Japan at Stardom, at CMLL more recently, working on her craft 24/7.
Yeah, so much drive and determination for the Pink Dream. See some of that lucha background on display, internationally traveled. Now, tag. Oh, jeez. Tag made. Sierra, legal competitor, going for the cover after blasted in the jaw of the Pink Dream. But the Pink Dream, I think, is also someone that is usually underestimated by her opponents. They see the pink, they see the sparkles, and they don't consider as much of a fighter as she can be.
But make no mistake about it, regardless of donning an extremely feminine color, right? She's a competitor that can get down and dirty, and we could see that here in this match, if she's able to get to her opponent, or her partner.
Yeah, and maybe Sierra and Missa Kate have that scouted and are just trying to cut off the ring, but now rolling through. Able to make the tag, Kayla Sparks re-enters the matchup against Sierra. You can see that the rainbow emblazoned on the gear. Kayla Sparks, a proud representation of the LGBTQIA+ community. The cover! It is not enough. Sierra still kicks. Oh, that was like almost open palm strike, a suplex. Kayla Sparks now rolled into position away from the ropes. The hook of the leg is not enough to keep the Spice Ranger down.
Okay, the crowd getting behind this match. I'd love to see it.
Oh, now though, Sierra clocking Alex Gracia on the apron. Tag made. Missa Kate comes back with a clubbing blow to Kayla Sparks. Now propping Kayla up over that top rope, keeping her in that prone position and slamming her face first into that top turnbuckle. Missa Kate, oh my God, she's trying to drive her heel through the shoulder, the collarbone. Oh, having it distracting the referee so that Sierra can choke out and put more damage. Oh, come on, that wasn't even a tag.
Yeah, these two are just adding insult to injury now, Alyssa.
Absolutely frustrating to watch from the broadcast booth. I can't imagine what it must be like to be Alex Gracia over on the apron in the corner, watching what's happening to your tag team partner.
Wait, to get back in there. Oh!
Sierra was demanding the tag from Missa Kate. Looks like two having words with one another, trying to, maybe strategize in this tag team competition.
Yeah, an interesting relationship developing here before our eyes between Missa and Sierra.
I mean, at the end of the day, a win is a win. Now, Missa Kate presses the shoulders down and Kayla Sparks kicks out. Kayla Sparks showing so much resilience, bearing the brunt of strikes from Missa Kate. Just collapsing in a heap. Sent back first into that top turnbuckle and getting teased nonetheless by Missa Kate.
Grabbing the hair, it's just so unsportsmanlike. Very
wait, hang on. The shoulders are down.
Sparks rolling out of that. Oh, and a schoolgirl.
Could that be it? Is it? It's not enough.
This could be that opening she needs. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Kick straight to the dome of Kayla Sparks. Snapmare takes Sparks down. Kick between the shoulder blades. Tag made, in comes Sierra. Kayla Sparks suffering another strike to the chest. And Sierra now, vice-like grip.
And such a psychological game Sierra's playing, having Kayla Sparks directly face the Pink Dream, but being unable to tag.
Hang on. Jaw jacked. Kayla Sparks trying to find which way is up. Oh, and both competitors laid out. I mean, you got to imagine, too, Alex Gracia has not been able to play much of a factor in this matchup. It's been Kayla Sparks. If Kayla Sparks can make the tag, we have a very fresh, more than ready Alex Gracia. Tag made, though, in comes Missa Kate, and in comes Alex Gracia. Back elbow from the Pink Dream. Springing off the middle rope with the crossbody. Doesn't opt for the cover, instead wrenches Missa Kate back to her feet. Missa Kate in the corner, forearm strike, putting some distance between herself and her opponent. The face washed
Pink Dream with a flurry of combos there, goes for that cover, but Sierra not too far out of tow.
Incredible awareness from Sierra, who at the end of the day, both Sierra and Missa Kate want to be victorious. They're gonna be forced to work together to make it happen. And now, oh gosh, tagging against the back of Missa Kate. Sierra just said, let me show you how it's done. Oh, suplex from Sierra. Whoa, very strong words for the competitor who's on her side. Shoulders of Sierra are down, but not enough. Wait. Whoa, wait a second. Where did... Oh yeah, Missa Kate out. Oh, lung blower from Gracia. Missa Kate, nowhere to be found. The shoulders of Sierra are down, that's it.
Who is the match in the balance? Gracia and Kayla Sparks.
Wow. Well, I don't think that Missa Kate took too kindly to Sierra having words, and she went to go get a snack and decided to bail out on her tag team partner.
Leaving her high and dry.
Leaving her high and dry, but we are seeing the force of good and positivity here at Women's Wrestling Army. Kayla Sparks and the Pink Dream, Alex Gracia, victorious here. Maybe this is a tag team that we'll see more of in the future in our growing tag team division here at Women's Wrestling Army. Stay tuned, we have more action coming up in our main event, a royal clash between Queen Aminata and KiLynn King. You won't want to miss it.
Before it just kind of sucked, but now it's becoming more of a nuisance that there really just aren't any real tag teams out there.
I know that it's become a whole thing across wrestling in general. No matter where you are in big companies on the indies, people just get thrown together. Like, what happened to Friends? What happened to Friends?
And that clearly doesn't work. When you throw people in the ring together, it shows. There's that lack of experience, there's that lack of trust, something that we obviously don't have a problem with.
That lack of connection.
Yeah,
connection.
yes.
Like with Tasha and Maserati. That's why we won. And I'm glad they're winning matches. That's great. But it's also frustrating to not feel like we have competition.
Yes. And it's not that they're not great wrestlers on their own,
absolutely.
clearly, or they wouldn't be here. The problem is them together as a unit, it just doesn't work.
I don't know what to do. Like, at this point, this is why we're having random singles matches, because there aren't any tag teams. We need more tag teams. And then you have some tag teams that are wrestling each other.
Oh, the Hex would never.
The Hex would never.
We just gotta figure something out. She's crazy. I want this. So good.
Joining me now is Tasha Steelz. Tasha, after mentoring Maserati and leading her to this newfound success, you seem to have hit a bump in the road in your career with Women's Wrestling Army. What's going on?
Yeah, Gabby, you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, no offense to Maz, you know, I sent her off into her own success. You know, I let the bird fly from the nest. But that tag match, it hit me. It hit me hard because I took my eye off the ball. Me mentoring somebody and showing them the way, and I slipped. I don't do that. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to lead by example, and I slipped. And we lost because of me. Tasha Steelz don't lose. I'm the greatest that beat the greatest, Gabby. I am a former world champion. I am a former world tag champion 2 times. I don't lose like this. So I gotta focus on me. I have to focus on being La Boricua badass otra vez, again. And it's gonna start. It's gonna start with me issuing an open challenge to anyone, any female coming to Women's Wrestling Army that wants a shot at the greatest that beat the greatest. You have your opportunity, and give me your all, because I'm gonna give you mine. And that, Gabby, is on me.
Main event, rarefied air, here at Women's Wrestling Army.
This match is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, competing out of Guinea, West Africa, Queen Aminata.
An absolute force to be reckoned with here at Women's Wrestling Army, the one and only reigning queen, Aminata.
Aminata has been blazing a trail here at WWA, previously battling against Brooke Valentine for the title of Queen, and we see who's currently reigning supreme in that title in all her majesty.
But speaking of majesty, has royalty met her potential match in none other than KiLynn King?
Her opponent, competing out of Painesville, Ohio, KiLynn King.
Sam, these competitors, no strangers to one another with a recent matchup at Battle Slam. And you can see there is focus and determination on the face of KiLynn King. So impressive in her debut, looking to continue that upward trajectory here at Women's Wrestling Army.
And what a treat it is for us to get to see these two competitors go head-to-head in a WWA ring. This is going to be physical. This is going to take each woman to their breaking point for that win.
Yeah, these are two of some of the toughest strikers in the game.
Understatement.
Yeah.
And both have been making such tremendous waves. We have KiLynn King, who's been dominating everywhere on the indies. Aminata more recently having a standout match at West Coast Pro, and also against Sky Blue, of course, at Warrior Wrestling.
Yep, a matchup that went absolutely viral with that clip from Wrestling with Unicorns. And I mean, KiLynn King, recently part of history at New Japan's Rumble on 44th Street. Incredible matchup, facing then SWA World Champion Mayu Iwatani. Strong lockup between these two absolute warriors here at WWA.
Oh, okay. Feeling each other out here.
And that's just the thing, is that you may have faced each other in the past, you may have faced each other recently, but I mean, especially when you think about the hustle and the drive of both of these competitors. Neither walked out of that matchup unscathed, and neither one of them didn't go back to the drawing board to figure out new potential things that they could do to each other.
Well, that's what makes a great queen, a great king, right? Someone who's willing to admit defeat or their faults, go back to the drawing board, and come back stronger. And that's what these two ladies continuously do. Oh, but as these two engage... Oh, okay. Spoke too soon. Never mind.
Yeah, Queen Aminata taking that advantage, asserting her dominance. Oh, but shifted back. It's just that quickly. The shoulders were down.
And it's going to be so important for... Oh.
Really wrenching on the neck.
Yes,
Scrambling.
she is. And I think she's going to have to assert her dominance, as you said, with a competitor like King. Both women have the power and the strength, but KiLynn holds a height advantage over Aminata. That cannot be denied.
Aminata, though, so fast, so wiry, such incredible presence of mind. And again, I mean, some of the most ruthless strikes. Now struggling to get some leverage is the queen, but able to use a little bit of her own momentum to get back to her feet, driving the knee of KiLynn King down to the mat. And trying, oh,
some good juice. Some good juice there.
Good juice, tons of power. And yeah, the hustle really never stops for either of these competitors. They're still always training, always staying fresh, finding, like I said, new ways to inflict maximum damage. Showing a little bit of juicy action as well is KiLynn King, taking some pages out of the playbook of Queen Aminata.
Hey, gotta beat the queen at her own game sometimes, or at least play around with her a little bit, maybe throw her off her mental game.
know. I mean, Queen Aminata, so incredibly focused.
Wow, she couldn't take Aminata down there.
And that just really, it speaks to the presence that Aminata demands anytime she enters the ring.
Quite literally.
Tried to trip up the Queen, but now catching one another.
Oh.
Weaving through, shoulders, are down. Not enough, the Queen's able to slide her back.
Both ladies so smooth in that ring. Arm drag connects to Queen Aminata.
Oh, now taking the leg out from right underneath the King. Oh, kick dodged by KiLynn, who now springs off the ropes and sends Aminata out to ringside. A vulnerable side that we're seeing of Aminata right now. Forced to kind of recollect herself.
Yeah, it's not often that Aminata shows her cards per se, right?
1000%. Aminata kind of, reviewing, recollecting. Oh, but KiLynn King slipping out, could have been looking for that kick through the ropes, and Aminata had it scouted.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe that was a little game of possum, perhaps, yeah?
Very well could have been the mental game of Aminata, someone that, speaks 4 languages fluently. I don't put anything past that. But now chops exchanged from both competitors.
Club to the back of Aminata. Aminata seated, and now KiLynn King, what's she gonna do here? Double chop to the chest.
Trying to cave in the chest of Aminata. And King, though, wisely keeping her ears open for the referee's count. Drive, oh my heavens! Aminata clocking KiLynn King. Referee more than halfway through his count. Oh, now.
KiLynn King, smart there. Keeping the action outside by breaking that 10 count. Oh my God!
But sent face first into the steel post. And you can see, not a rounded steel post, that has sharp corners that KiLynn King just went into.
Oh. Come on, it seems unnecessary. Water bottle to the face of KiLynn?
I mean, if you want to try and reason with the Queen and her tactics and whatever she wants to do, be my guest. But I don't think anyone wants to question what Aminata does, the cover from the Queen. It's nothing if not effective, though possibly unnecessary.
Yes, I mean, when the royal decree is made, there's nothing we can do, right? But there is something that KiLynn can do if she's able to change the tide here in this match. Aminata plowing into the ribs of KiLynn King with that kick.
And think about how that can compromise not only potential damage to the ribs, but the air supply of KiLynn King. Now bounding off the ropes, springing back, able to dodge. Aminata! Oh, looking for the juicy lock. We've seen this end almost every one of Aminata's matches, but KiLynn King with shots to the jaw, able to escape.
KiLynn learning a thing or two from Battle Slam. She's not going to allow herself to get into that juicy lock if she can help it.
Yeah, KiLynn King, incredibly impressive in outmaneuvering, dare I say, the Queen. Lands down, back of the Queen, broken.
KiLynn King demanding some respect from Queen Aminata right here. And now a forearm to the kidneys of Aminata. Wow.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's about necessarily respect for KiLynn King, but I think KiLynn King sees this as a new potential kingdom to reign over. This is a chance to establish dominance against, the current reigning royalty, but now Aminata, not if she has anything to say about it. King kicks out. Oh, shifted back. The shoulders are down. Jockeying back and forth.
Oh!
Capturing the arm of KiLynn King. Both competitors so hard fought. Ditching lashes doesn't matter. Too much focus cannot stand in the way of the task at hand for both of these fighters.
Glam goes to the wayside when so much is on the line. KiLynn King using her brute strength to approach the ropes and her foot. Foot gets on the rope. Aminata not breaking that hold immediately, though.
I mean, Aminata will work within every second of her count as she sees fit, and really that was a testament to the longer limb advantage of KiLynn King, but you just heard that thundering crack against the spine of the King. Swinging neck breaker. Aminata staying on top and staying focused on her competition, scaling up to this top rope, the top turnbuckle, double stomp evaded by KiLynn King. KiLynn King was looking for the lariat instead now. Hook fairy suplex to the Queen.
KiLynn King always thinking on her feet.
Incredibly innovative and yes, definitely incredibly wise competitors, able to shift at any moment. And wow, wide-eyed is Queen Aminata, who dishes a blow back to KiLynn.
And there can only be one monarch in women's wrestling army. Will it be the King or the one true Queen? Oh, grabbing those tights, getting Aminata back.
Yeah, this is Queen Aminata now taken down to her knees, but able to bound off the ropes, and now running in. Drop kick from the top from KiLynn King. Aminata now rolling out to ringside once more. KiLynn King though off the ropes, looking once more to slide through. One leg connects with the Queen, who now is
being fanned by some
by her loyal
audience
subjects,
members.
obviously.
Love it, love it.
Now Aminata tossed back in to the ring by the King, so the match can continue. The hook of both legs is not enough to secure the win for KiLynn King. The matchup continues, and you can see shaking out her arm. Damage has been done to both of these competitors. Both are feeling worse for wear. Gets a boot up to the jaw of KiLynn King, and now Aminata, the shoulders are down. Able to roll out. Now barreling in, catches the boot. Queen Aminata. Oh no, up on the shoulder of KiLynn King is planted. KiLynn King showing her dominance, the jackknife cover, but Queen Aminata continues to fight.
Aminata using every last ounce of strength in her body to kick out of that. And now KiLynn King has to execute a quick move here. This could be her moment.
But think about, oh wait, looking for that.
She's going for it.
That pump handle in place. Was looking for an Excalibuster. Oh, but now knocked loopy by the Queen. Aminata covers with her full body, and KiLynn King still gets a shoulder up. The Queen is rattled. You can see the frustration mounting. Queen Aminata being taken to new limits. Oh! Driving a knee strike to the face of King. Aminata now. She had looked for that double stomp earlier on, and King had been able to evade. Now KiLynn King laid out prone right where the Queen wants her, but again able to slip out. KiLynn King now weaving through. Could this be it? Excalibuster! KiLynn King hooks the leg of a Queen Aminata.
The Queen lives to fight another day here in this incredibly intense matchup. It is anyone's game. What is KiLynn going to have to do to take out the ever-resilient Queen of WWA?
And how jarring does that have to be? I mean, this Excalibuster has put away, has slayed more than one opponent. But now KiLynn King clipped down from up on that top turnbuckle, firing off a shot to put some distance between herself and Queen Aminata, who issues a headbutt, crown to crown. Ripping KiLynn King off of the throne of sorts.
And now Aminata set once more to ascend to the top, Alyssa.
Aminata in place, the double stomp connects. Queen Aminata, all of the damage that's been done, barreling through the hip check. And now, boot across the face of KiLynn King. Queen Aminata has King in a heap. Covers with her whole body, but no! How? After all that both of these competitors have suffered at each other's hands. This is unbelievable. Neither monarch willing to succumb to the other, but now KiLynn King though sweeps back the queen. The shoulders are down. The queen escapes. Boot to the midsection of Aminata, up on the shoulders of KiLynn King. Weaving through it now, forcing the shoulders down. Jockeying back and forth, seesaw momentum.
Neither woman willing to relent, running on pure instinct.
Oh no. Things continuing to escalate. And the queen in a crumpled heap. The cover from KiLynn King, and the queen kicks out.
Wow, both of these women just laying it all on the line here.
Willing to sacrifice it all here in Women's Wrestling Army. And here in our main event, the Berwyn Eagles Club showing their appreciation for this hard-hitting contest. Oh. Deafening thud across the chest of Aminata. Aminata using the ropes to get back to a vertical base, and then like a thunderclap across the chest of the queen. Oh! Boot to the midsection. Oh! Uses the momentum against KiLynn King, and again jogging for position, but that's it! Queen Aminata got it!
The winner of this match, Queen Aminata!
KiLynn King, Queen Aminata laid it all on the line here in our main event of Women's Wrestling Army.
I'm almost speechless, the extent to which each woman went to attempt to secure the victory, but KiLynn King tonight reigns supreme. Wow. I think this is an exemplary of what Women's Wrestling Army represents. Hard-hitting pro wrestling.
What an incredible matchup, and you can see the mental, the physical, the emotional toll that it took on both of these competitors. But here in Women's Wrestling Army, there is one queen, and long may she reign. KiLynn King, I don't think took too kindly to the invitation from Queen Aminata, but continuing her reign at Women's Wrestling Army. Things continue to escalate. We will see you next week for Sam Laterna. I'm Alyssa Marino. Thanks for joining us on Women's Wrestling Army.